Oh, Spin Snako here with a kind of like display review. Figured I'd show you guys what I've got going on right now, as I've recently set this all up and I'm proper stoked about it and I'd love to show you guys. If you are following me on my Facebook, you probably would have seen these pictures already, but for those of you who aren't following me on Facebook and just watch my YouTube, here's a little bit of a glimpse of a lot of my figures. And I say a lot because it still is not all. So I acquired this bookshelf from a friend of mine who was getting rid of it, and I got it pretty cheap from them. But you know, I don't have tons of books. I don't do a lot of reading. Most of my reading is digital or online. But I got this 'cause it's a really deep cabinet, and I found some cool Christmas tree lights which I hooked up and pinned around it, and then kind of tried to hide it with a bit of duct tape. It hasn't worked as well as I'd like, but still, it means that I can see the figures even without shining lights on it, because I've got lights shining in there now so you guys can see, but generally it's nowhere near this bright. So starting with the bottom, I went with my heaviest on the floor, which is my Marvel Select collection. Now, although you can't really see, but at the back there, that little kind of white bit, that is Abomination's cheeky smile. Next to him you have Hulk, that custom Grey Hulk reviewed. Then you've got Venom, Colossus, Thanos, and I managed to acquire, I think it was from my friend Terence O'Sullivan who gave that to me. That sounds about right. I think it's from him. Terence, if you watch this, please remind me if it was you. If not, I'm sorry. You guys should know by now my memory is quite shocking. Continuing on, you can see Ultron, Doctor Doom, Rhino, Sabretooth, Thing, and then you have my kind of like movie part. So you got comics from there on, and then movie from here on. So then you've got Amazing Spider-Man 1, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Thor Dark World, and then you've got a War Machine, a Mark, I want to say 6, no 5 Iron Man, no 6 is 6, 5 is the briefcase, Mark 6 Iron Man, and I've acquired 2 Iron Patriots but in War Machine paints, Lizard, Red Skull, and Falcon. Here we have my kind of like movie shelf, which has about 90% of my movie figures in there. Unfortunately, a lot of them I couldn't fit in because just was not enough room. Now, I did get rid of my Movie Masters. One of the first things I filled one of these shelves up with, but you know, since then we've kind of got on. So what you can see, you've got my custom Green Lantern here, which is missing his arm because I'm actually going to do another one, but I figured I'd put him in there while I've got him. My custom Blade, my custom X-Men, they're kind of all there. You got Iron Patriot. And at the back there you can see Drax with Rocket on him, Groot, and Star-Lord, Gamora. This is really hard to do at this kind of thing. And then you've got the Movie Masters Green Lantern aliens I've got. So off the top of my head it is Kilowog, Green Man, sorry, my hand's kind of making it all blurry. Behind him is Ismail Top. I can't remember. I've got like the frog thing and I've got like the fish one. I can't remember what they're called. And then I've got Gallows Z behind her as well. Hellboy and Abe Sapien. And then my Avengers, you've got Marvel Select Hulk, because I just thought the Select one was better in scale than the Walmart exclusive. Walmart 4 with Marvel Select Head, and then I've got 42 Iron Man, Captain America, Nick Fury, and then behind Nick Fury you've got Hawkeye and Black Widow. Really hard to see. And then we kind of go on to the villain side here. You got Venom, Goblin, Red Skull, which is kind of mid custom, not finished him yet. Winter Soldier, whose name I just forgot. Between them you have got the Sandman, Blackheart, Sabretooth, Absorbing Man, Juggernaut, Electro, Magneto, Loki. And right at the back there's a Lizard. And then at the very back you have Mr. Wink and then Samael. So very happy. Recently acquired Samael and Mr. Wink there, my latest Hellboy editions. It's really weird. I'm pointing like over there, but on the camera, when I put my finger here, it shows you what I'm pointing to. Feels like it wasn't that long ago I was showing you this collection, which is my Batman Arkham video games collection. But this has grown a little bit bigger, and yeah, now they've got a permanent place. Before I had to just put them on my desk. So we'll go from left. As you can see, you've got Grundy, Titan Joker, Killer Croc, Bane, Hammer, Sickle, Riddler, Scarecrow, Penguin, Ra's al Ghul, Two-Face, Talia al Ghul, whose name I just forgot, Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze, Harlequin, Mad Hatter, Batman, Catwoman, Nightwing. Now just behind Nightwing's head, you can't really see it, but also just behind Batman's head is the Scarface. I couldn't figure his name was. Scarface, who is being held by the Joker, who is, as I said, behind Nightwing. And then you've got Robin. And then we've got Arkham Origins. You've got Firefly, Bane, Killer Croc, Deadshot, Black Mask, Deathstroke, Anarchy. I keep forgetting the names. Red Hood, Copperhead, and of course Batman again. Loving this shelf. Awesome. One of my holy grails there. Okay, so moving upwards, and I've had to completely readjust the camera because I'm now put the camera on a tripod on a small table because I just can't go much higher. You can see this thing is like the same height as me, so this thing is massive still. There is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shelves to show you. Okay, so here we have our Aliens versus Predator kind of little thing. Now, this is pretty cool. You got all of my Predators, but I've not actually been able to show you all yet. I've only shown you about half of these, if that. You've got the 2 Hounds I've acquired. And then over here you've got like a dozen aliens also. And all the different colours and that. And you've got the big chap at the front. And you've got Deacon at the front there. I can't wait to get the Queen, but I don't know where the hell I'm going to put her. I almost brought her today, but I kind of went with something else, which was a good deal. So I'm going to have to wait till I get a bit more pennies before I can buy the Queen. But then you've got at the back there the Burn Engineer and another engine at the back there. You've also got the Red Alien at the back there. There's so many aliens going on there. And at the front here you've got David and then a load of Marines. And you've got Dutch there facing the Predators. And kind of hidden in the background, I kind of like a little mud Dutch, which kind of supposed to be camouflaged in. I know it's inconsistent, but I just thought it was a cool little touch. I could have maybe put him somewhere like down there or something. But I really like these. Now, a lot of the Marines are the same actual Marines, but all I've done is basically turn their backs to the front, so they're just like extra heads. And then I've made this guy here, whose name is escaping me, like the person in charge, which is really cool. And you might see that David here has a gun points at his Hound's head, which is just a RoboCop, the new RoboCop gun. And continue up to the next shelf. This is my rest of my NECA movie line here. Kind of a bit of a throw together, to be honest. I wanted ideally to fit all of these on the same shelf, but just didn't have enough room. But as you can see, we've got a dozen exoskeletons here, hidden behind the almighty Ed 209, which everyone loves. Got a lot of feedback from that review. Thank you for your feedback in that, guys. Really appreciate it, and it was a great review to do. Really enjoyed it. Then on the front of the back there, you've got some McFarlane female Terminators. There's a broken one down on the floor there. A little bike, which is well out of scale, but I thought it looked cool. And a Terminator from Terminator Salvation. I don't know the numbers. I cannot remember. Nope, escaping me. But it's pretty cool that we did get these. I did get these. And I figured with a villain pack, I'd add like a villains versus heroes. So we've got Jason there. And then at the back, you've got the Lone Ranger, RoboCop with jetpack. Just those little glasses there is the Terminator. And you've got Ash, Rambo, and then you've got Dutch again, but shirtless. And then at the far back, I did have Armored Kick-Ass, an unmasked Hit Girl, and General, was it General Stars and Stripes I think his name is? I don't know, but my Armored Hitman had a problem when I took out the packaging. The leg was seized on it, and I've this morning have pried it off, so I just need to put that back in. I haven't got around to it yet, and then I'll put him back in his shelf. If you look just there between Dutch's legs, you can actually see the batons. My bad. Just there, that's a Hitman. That's Kick-Ass's batons. This one I'd like to fit a bit more in, but I don't really know what. I do have, and just acquired a few more Terminators. Got these two. These are from my buddy Jonathan Webster. I thought these were the NECA ones, but unfortunately they're the McFarlane ones, so I have very little articulation. Even though the NECA ones aren't great, they're still better than these. So I don't know what I'll do with these. Just realised I wasn't holding the light. There you go, you can see it all clearer now. But yeah, I also got another one, but I'm not going to just ram that in your camera. You'll have to review that one and then you can choose whether to watch it or not. It's not pretty. It's from Evil Dead. It's the Evil Dead Henrietta. If you know what that is, then you know what to expect. Okay, and continuing with this shelf, we have my video game shelf, which did look a hell of a lot different. I've got quite a few Gears of Wars figures, and I did have them in there as well, but just was no room for them, so I had to take them out, which made a bit more room for everyone else. So basically you've got right at the back here, whose head you can't really see, is the Tyrant, and then you've got the Executioner's head there, Hunter, a couple of, I've forgotten the names, I always forget the names, those big weird kind of bug things. Another Hunter, the two Vines, and then you've got the Smoker and the Boomer. And then I've got Sheva, Chris and Leon, Gordon, Spencer. Behind Spencer you can't really make out is Ninja Gaiden. Then I've got Spectre, I think his name is, Ezio, Altair, and then this kind of big side thing whose heads I cannot see is Dante. He's like about there. Then I've got the Nano Suit from Crysis, Duke Nukem, Raziel, and then I've God of War in his God of War armour. Loving that shelf. Oh, and I forgot the little head crab. You will see me put pictures randomly with the head crab on various figures from time to time. It's like my thing to do. I think it's so funny. I am still working on maybe getting some more of them. We shall see. And then the top of the shelf we have Diablo, Striker Eureka, Crimson Typhoon, Leatherback, Scunner, Cherno Alpha, Coyote Tango, and then Shadow Diablo, and then a giant Terminator, and then we have the Parallax from the Green Lantern movie. In the middle there will also be going my giant Gypsy Danger, but unfortunately I'm still trying to fix that shoulder blade thing which I showed you about in my review, so until I do so, he's staying off the shelf. You'll notice there's not many of my customs are in this rack, but what I've got is in there. I do still have my Ultima shelf, but that's kind of in a work in progress, so that's not really worth looking at. Anyway guys, I just thought I'd show you this quick little update. I hope you have enjoyed it. It's so cool to finally have these guys up and on display. It's been way too long as my display room is very limited. I don't have a set room. I've kind of got little shelves here and there and a few pieces here and there, but it's awesome that I'm finally getting something like this. So I hope you did enjoy this. I have enjoyed showing this guys, and as usual guys, thanks a lot for watching. Check out my Twitter and Instagram. I've just recently started doing them. There will be links in the description below. And as for you guys, thanks a lot for watching. Keep collecting, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye bye.